Hi, this is Guy Gottslack at My Digital Money.
Hey, this is Wes Huber, crypto analyst at My Digital Money. Yeah, so starting off with AVAX, as it's going to be kind of a direct competitor because it's trying to solve the problems that Ethereum's run into, which comes with its fees, scalability, and being more flexible and cheaper. And then the unique architecture of AVAX, it has 3 different blockchains. So it allows tokenization, so it has its native token AVAX, but then it also, the other 2 blockchains allows for smart contracts and then for developers to build their own blockchains as well. So I think this is going to be a great direct competitor, and it's very cheaper compared to Ethereum at the current moment. And then
and I would also say that you can port over your Ethereum dApp or decentralized application pretty easily onto it because it uses the same code base, Solidity. So that makes migrating your application over pretty easy.
Yeah. And then I would say my second option would be Solano, just due to its robustness. I feel like Solano, there is a lot that it's going on within the Solano ecosystem. The ability for different currencies, NFTs being built on the Solano blockchain, the ability to build dApps and decentralized exchanges. Also, its proof of history concept as well is very intriguing. So I think Solano, in my opinion, might be one of the biggest to look out for this year as they keep growing and developing as another big competitor to Ethereum. And then the last one is essentially Cardano. It's on the cheaper end, and they're still developing very slowly as they're kind of very methodical in their upgrades and their developments. But you see that that methodical thinking comes with a lot of long-term advantages, that they're trying to push everything out in a very unique and smart way, so then they don't run into errors or issues down the line. So I think it's a good long-term play and a good hold in someone that's starting off and building out a portfolio. So those are my 3 kind of go-tos at the current moment.
Yeah, and then there's a few other ones that I would say also provide better scalability, lower fees, but they also add interoperability. And that is Polkadot. That one we spoke about in the past, and essentially it uses this main relay chain to provide security to various blockchains. So if you want to build a new blockchain, instead of building on top of like Ethereum, you want to have your own native blockchain, you can use Polkadot, and they have out-of-the-box security that comes with it and scalability. And this is important, as I talked about in a previous video, because it really increases the amount of your network, basically. The network effect becomes more profound because instead of having one isolated blockchain, you're connecting all of them together, and the value becomes essentially the number of users squared. And so the value goes up 100x, which I talked about the details of this previously. And so the interoperability problem is something that is huge in terms of value. That's why I think that that Polkadot is undervalued. And then a close second behind that to me, is Cosmos. It's just like Polkadot, but it has some advantages and disadvantages. But the main differentiator with Polkadot is that it gives you more sovereignty over your own security. And so that has advantages and disadvantages. So there's a place for both. And then the third one that's kind of like these other 2 is Polygon. So Polygon operates on Ethereum. It uses the Ethereum security model, but then it also provides interoperability and better scalability and cheaper fees. So that's another good one, especially if you want, it's a softer transition from the Ethereum network. So if you have a dApp on the Ethereum network, Polygon could be a good alternative.
Of the 3 that you mentioned, which ones would you consider your favorites, or the ones that you've actually invested on?
I would say Solano, just due to its founders and the community behind Solana as well. And then just the versatility of it with the NFTs as a direct competitor to Ethereum, and also with the ability to have dApps and DEXs as well. It's kind of all in one kind of place. So I think that is my biggest coin or network right now.
Yeah, and I like Solana as well, but if I had to choose one, I would choose Polkadot. That's the one I invested in the most out of the 6, because interoperability is a really important problem to solve. And then recently I got more into Cosmos, and Cosmos has been doing pretty well in the last month or two compared to the rest of the market. So, I'm basically both of those are the ones I'm focused on.
During on a side note, during this dip, have you sold anything?
No.
Have you bought anything?
Yes.
Yep.
Bought more Solana.
All right.